Dricus du Plessis versus Israel Adesanya takes place this weekend in the main event of UFC 305, du Plessis versus Adesanya, and I cannot wait for this matchup. It's just one that's just been needed to happen. It just needs to happen. Maybe it's one of those fights to where it's like, just get it done and over with at this point, because we have new guys now in the middleweight division ever since this beef has started. You know, we had guys like, Sean Strickland, who's waiting for his title shot. We got Khamzat Chimaev versus Robert Whittaker winner, who's waiting for their shot after as well. We also got guys like Nasruddin Imavov, Brendan Allen winner, and more guys as well to come. Bralho is fighting Cannonier. We'll probably lose that one, to be honest, though. But, if he wins, that'd be good for the middleweight division. And it's just a fight that's just hyped, Du Plessis, obviously the undisputed UFC middleweight champ, beat Sean Strickland on paper. I mean, I know there's going to be that argument of Strickland could have won, and he could have won. GDP also could have won the fight. I don't know who to really score it to. I was swaying back and forth after months and a half. Like, I thought DB won it first, and I thought Strickland. Now I'm like, it's either way. If I had to really score that fight to someone, I don't really know. I actually don't really know who to score that fight to. It's such a close fight. I don't know. Like, it comes down to round 2, in my opinion, where Strickland did get cut open for an overhand, but it could have been a headbutt. So there's just a lot of controversy in that fight. But Israel Adesanya looked absolutely pathetic and bad against Sean Strickland. Looked awful, the worst I've ever seen him. And now he's coming back with a title shot against, which would have been Strickland if Strickland got the decision win, but it's Dricus instead. Yeah, he's going to get fucked up here. Dricus is going to fucking destroy him. Not destroy him. I think Dricus du Plessis is going to get a decision win. Like, I think he's going to. And I think he'll get it done dominantly. But, there's some close rounds here and there. I like Dricus in this matchup, man. I do. Originally, I thought, Izzy's going to catch him. Counter hook, Dricus will rush in. And I thought that. And a lot of people do think that. And I think majority of the people are picking Israel Adesanya. I think du Plessis is the best middleweight to ever step foot in the fucking octagon. I'll say it. I know you'll probably be like, what the fuck? He literally should have lost to Strickland. Okay. This is why that rematch needs to happen, man. It needs to happen. So Dricus can fucking destroy Strickland and beat his face in. And then we'll see who's the best. Because as far as I know, Dricus would absolutely maul Sean Strickland in a rematch. He would. I'm so sick of Strickland fans. They ruined Strickland for me completely. Ruined Sean Strickland for me completely as a fan. And just Strickland lately has been annoying. But we have this fight this weekend. Let's shut up about Strickland for now. Dricus du Plessis, Israel Adesanya. It's finally here. I gotta go Dricus. I have to go Dricus du Plessis. I just think there's more on his side here in this matchup. There is. And I think there's less pressure on Dricus as well. Now, if Dricus loses this fight, it's game. It's not game. It's bad. Alright, that would be terrible. But he can rebound, Dricus. Oh, I lost to Israel Adesanya. My first loss in the UFC. Oh well. And Izzy's back is against the wall here again, in my opinion. Because if he loses this one, it is wraps for his career, basically. Because he's going to have to grind for another title shot. I don't think he's going to do that. So I think middleweight, as in terms of middleweight, his career is done, in my opinion, in terms of middleweight. And then light heavyweight, who does he do at light heavyweight? I mean, maybe he can make a run there and fight. Maybe we do him versus, maybe Pereira, but who do you do him against others? Not Jamal Hill, because they're friends. Maybe Yuri Prohaska, Israel Adesanya is a fight I've always wanted to see, but I'm hearing Yuri Hill's in the works. So, I guess that's not going to come. And he's not going to fight Ankalaev. So, it's just tough. It will be tough for Izzy. if he loses this one. And I just think Israel Adesanya, he's good. He is. And this is a hard fight for Dricus. But Dricus has got more options here, man. And he pushes forward. He's younger than Israel Adesanya. I just think he gets this, man. I think he can do this. You know, we see Israel Adesanya against Sean Strickland. And other guys as well. I'll mention Rob Whittaker in there. Sean Strickland, though. Just a jab and a teep. Now, Strickland's better than we think. He's a lot better than we thought. I completely get it. And we saw how Dricus struggled against Sean Strickland. But I just look at those two guys fight. Side by side. Dricus against Strickland and Izzy against Strickland. It's just... I feel like, again, Sean Strickland won't shoot takedowns. He won't ever shoot takedowns. Ever. He won't ever shoot takedowns, and we know that now. Alright? Israel Adesanya is going to have to fear power. Strickland doesn't have power either, and he still fucking dropped Israel Adesanya. Pathetic. That should have been an easy win, but he fucked it up. It looked shit, and Strickland scolded him. Dricus du Plessis has a lot more power than Sean Strickland. We know that. We knew whoever was landing overhands in Strickland Dricus, we knew deep down someone in that fight was saying, fuck, don't get hit by that big shot. And it was Strickland that was saying that deep down. I don't think Dricus feared the power of Strickland. Hence why he fought like that in that fight. And was confident moving forward. I think we're going to see more of a patient Dricus. On the back foot here and there, but mostly moving forward. And I think he's gonna beat Israel Adesanya. I think he's gonna beat him. I think he's gonna win it. I think he's gonna win it 49-45. No, what am I saying? No. I think he'll win it 49, 46, 48, 47. I think maybe one judge will give this fight to Israel Adesanya. I think Dricus overall, though, is going to get the win. I think he's going to get the win. Alright, I think he's going to get the job done. I look at guys like Robert Whittaker, who fights Israel Adesanya. On the back foot, scared to come forward, because he rushed in last time, he lunged in last time, and got caught. Now, Robert Whittaker, as far as I know, has a worse chin than Dricus du Plessis. People are acting like Dricus has no chin. We don't know that yet. Now, he did get rocked here by Brunson, but that was a bad Dricus that showed up in that fight. Probably the worst Dricus I've seen. But still, he can survive onslaughts. I just think Dricus. We look at Izzy against Strickland. Whittaker, who out-jabs him. Whittaker out-jabbed Israel Adesanya and should have beaten him 2-4-5. Robbery. Whittaker should have been champ that night. Alright? Should have been world champ. He should have been world champ that night. And then we look at him against... what? We look at him against Sean Strickland again. Out-jabs him. Strickland doesn't have power. Dricus can do what Strickland did. Exactly. Dricus doesn't have the defense, though. I don't think he really has the defense for the punches coming his way. And we don't know about his chin yet. We know Strickland has a solid chin. But Dricus is good. And he has way more tools that will defeat Israel Adesanya. You got the takedowns. Takedowns will be a massive key here. The top part on why he beats Israel Adesanya. The power. The threatening power. Dricus doesn't have to fear any takedowns here. He only has to fear about one punch Izzy has his way, or maybe a head kick that comes around, or something weird. I think Dricus will be prepped for that. I think he'll be very prepped for that. And I watched the interviews. Shout out to the MMA guru. I watched his interview with Dricus, and Dricus said, he said, well, this is a fight on his terms now, which I do like. But he also said he's not coming in here with any injuries. So if anyone's going to pick up injuries, I think it's going to be Izzy. And Dricus is a lot younger. I've mentioned that already. He's 30 years old. Izzy's 35 or 36. One of them. He's 35. Just turned. But yeah. That's something you gotta look at. Like, Izzy's, I don't think the motivation levels are there anymore. Like, I don't think he's really motivated. He has the belts. Alright, and Sean Strickland bullied him. Alex Pereira. He KO'd Pereira. Fair play. I don't think the possum game's gonna work here against Dricus. And I think Dricus, man, I think he can get this. Like, I think he can out-jab Israel here and there. I don't think that left hook's gonna work coming in. I think Dricus has a lot of power. I think Dricus has a lot of power. I think that he has the takedowns necessary. He has the BJJ game necessary to get shit done on the ground. He has elbows to cut you open. This is the best well-rounded middleweight we've ever seen. And you Strickland fans have to admit that. This is one of the best well-rounded middleweights we've ever seen. That does it all. I think he's going to get the job done, man. I think he's going to get the job done. I think Israel Adesanya is good. This will be Dricus' toughest fight, which is why we're going to see more of a patient Dricus unless it gets to the ground. I just don't think Izzy's going to get it, man. I don't think he's going to. You know, Robert Whittaker, we look at their fights. I'm counting recent as well. Izzy puts away Robert Whittaker. Izzy puts away Robert Whittaker. First fight. Second fight, he takes him to a close decision where he should have lost. Should have lost that fight. Dricus put away Whittaker in 2 rounds and took him down in the first. And if he's taking down guys like Whittaker, who doesn't really get taken down often, alright, this is reasons why people are picking Chimaev to beat Whittaker, even though I got Whittaker sculling him easily. Like a bitch. Because Chimaev, let's face it, overrated as fuck. Alright, and Whittaker will school him. Dricus took down Whittaker and did well. And he's strong as hell, Dricus. Takes down Strickland bunch of times in that fight. And I was originally saying, you know, Izzy can sprawl. Well, I think Dricus can just out-muscle him. I think he can push through, get the win here, and just bully Izzy on the ground, man. I don't really worry about Dricus' cardio. He went hard 5 rounds of Sean Strickland. And if anyone was gassing out in that fight, it was Strickland. I think Dricus might make Izzy gas and work and punch him to the body, slice him up, make him worry at all costs in this fight. And I think Dricus du Plessis got this in the bag, man. I think he's gonna do it. I think he's got this. I think he's gonna beat Israel Adesanya. I think he's gonna do it, man. I think a lot of people just look at Dricus. But I think if he beats Izzy here, proves he's better than Izzy and Whittaker, we can finally see that Strickland rematch where he fucking destroys Strickland and knocks him out fucking unconscious. And I can't wait to see it. Because I hate Strickland fans. They're fucking dumb. Dricus du Plessis got this in the bag. I think he's more well-rounded. I don't worry about anything here. And he switches stances, man. He's not just stationary like Marvin Midvettori and Jared Cannonier, who is good and did alright. Did alright against Izzy. Could have been 3-2 Izzy in that fight. Jared Cannonier, who I think Dricus would knock out. Dricus would knock out Jared Cannonier. You know? I'm picking Dricus. I think he gets the job done. I think he's gonna do this, and yeah, I think he can do this, man. Dricus, I think's got this. Izzy got taken down by Alex Pereira. So I know he wasn't preparing for Alex's takedowns. He was preparing for the striking. But if you're any good at stuffing takedowns, you should stuff Alex Pereira's takedowns. It should be muscle memory. That's all I have to say, man. Alex Pereira took down Israel Adesanya. Was on top of him in that fight. I don't think Izzy's gonna win. Now, Dricus isn't as technical looking as others. So that's where Izzy, if you're picking Izzy, that's where you can say, oh, he catches him. I just think Dricus is a lot smarter than these guys. He isn't gonna rush in. Yeah, I'm gonna just rush against Israel Adesanya. He knows Brad Tavares is pillow-fisted. He knows Sean Strickland's pillow-fisted. Beats them. Close one against Strickland again. Which is why you gotta fucking run a rematch. I'm sick of saying, oh, close one, though. Just run it back. So, yeah, I'm gonna mention that like in a sec, but you know, he knows against Darren Till, he fights more patient because he knows Till has that sting. You know, and he goes for the takedowns, and you know, it's a close one. And it was Dricus before this nose surgery. Against Whitaker, he ran in against Whitaker. A bit patient because he didn't know what Whitaker had in terms of power in his hands. And he knows Whitaker's dangerous with the head kick, 1-2 head kick. And he's good, Dricus. You know? And he puts away Whitaker easily. And wins round 1 as well. I'm taking Dricus. I think he gets the job done. He knows Strickland is pillow-fisted. Brunson was a bit of a weird one because Brunson's a fucking... He's shit, Brunson, but he's tricky. You know? And that was his toughest fight yet because Brunson has weird power, but also his shit on the feet. So it's just a bit weird there. But he still beats Brunson, puts him away. I got Dricus. I think we're going to see more of like a more Darren Till type performance, but it's a decision. And it's a back and forth fight here and there. So I'm going to take Dricus decision win. 48-47, 49-46, 48-47. I think unanimous decision. Dricus to Plessis gets it done. Yeah, I got Dricus. He preps for. It's not like he fights the same each time. Like, and he goes for takedowns each fight. So I'm gonna take Dricus. I think he gets it done. Winner of this one, though, realistically should fight Sean Strickland. If it's Izzy Strickland 2, let's do it. If it's Strickland DDP 2, let's do it. But what will the UFC do? I think they're going to throw Strickland to the side, pretend he never existed. Maybe have him fight fucking... I don't even know. If Baralho beats fucking Cannonier, you do him versus Baralho. Fuck Strickland. Basically what the UFC's saying. And then we do the winner of Whitaker Chimaev versus whoever wins this fight. If it's DP, yeah. If it's Izzy, if Chimaev wins, maybe. If it's Whitaker, I don't know. Maybe move him up against Pereira. That's maybe what they're gonna do. Maybe that's why they're holding up, backing it. Maybe that's why they're, they're stalling Alex Pereira. So yeah, I'm gonna take Dricus. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I think Dricus is